What's up?
Should smokers pay more for health insurance? I think they do, don't they? Some companies already charge smokers more for health insurance.
Our company does.
Yeah, most Americans think that's a good idea.
How do you not lie? Why don't people lie?
Because if they find out you lied, there are repercussions up to and including firing. I read that in our sign-up.
How would they find out?
Well, there are a lot of ways to find out, I suppose.
Follow you around? Cameras in your bathroom?
Your breath.
Are you telling me whoever...
I wonder if corporate issues directives saying the following people have identified themselves as non-smokers. Does this square with your...
So you're telling me our HR person or our boss, I won't name them, but they know in their mind the 90 people in this building that don't smoke and regularly just kind of keep an eye out for them or smelling their breath?
I don't know. Sneaking into the bathroom after you've gone and checking for your urine.
I think they're a little busy for that.
They're looking at your teeth to see if they're stained yellow.
All right.
Well, mine are from coffee.
You know, the key to it all is that if you get some heinous dread disease and they look at your form and it turns out you are a smoker and you claim not to be, they won't cover you and you're just screwed.
I don't smoke, so it doesn't make any difference.
Most Americans think that's a good idea. Rasmussen did a survey, found 54% of adults think people who smoke should pay higher health insurance rates than non-smokers, but only 54. 38 disagreed and do not think smokers should be charged more. That is surprising.
See, I don't understand economics, and I certainly don't understand the health system enough to know what's a good idea or not. But God dang it, if we go down that road, it's going to be a mess. A mess. Smoking is a more clear-cut one because it's the number one killer, preventable killer.
Right.
But, God, there's a lot of preventable killers out there. There's a lot of preventable makes you sick things out there.
Yeah, and that's always the argument. Well, what about obesity? What about drinking? What about driving too fast? Look, here's how it works, folks. Number one, calm down. Stop yelling at me.
What about smoking a little bit?
Or I'll cut off your beard and make you eat it.
What if you're a two cigarettes every other Friday when you're out drinking with people smoker?
Well, that's...
versus a 3-pack-a-day smoker.
Well, that's the reason I don't smoke cigars at all, partly, is I've got to sign my name to an affidavit swearing I never use tobacco every year. And I figure, you know what? I'd rather just not smoke a cigar than have some unforeseen consequence way out of proportion to my enjoyment of it arise.
It already seems stupid to me then. It already seems stupid to me that you can't smoke a cigar twice a year on the golf course because you're signed up for some program.
Well, it's a voluntary relationship. I suppose if I didn't like it, I could get out of it.
Is it a voluntary relationship? We've got one health insurance plan offered to us, and that's the deal you get.
I could go buy my own.
That was part of the problem with the whole healthcare debate. There are 1,000 providers out there. You only get one that you get to choose from where you work, though.
Right. If you want your employer to kick in, yeah, it's true. But I don't have to work here. Your libertarian bone is cracking. Come on now. Come on.
Well, so you go work somewhere else. There's only there's 2 insurances in California or 3 in the entire state.
Something like that. Yeah,
there's not a lot
horrible.
of choices.
Yeah. But, I see the point. If they were to, you can't deny that smokers have higher health costs than non-smokers. Significantly higher. Way friggin' higher.
No, there's no doubt.
And so as a for-profit insurance company, I'm going to stick it to the smokers because I can lower the rates for everybody else and look like a hero.
But you know it's not going to stop there. I understand your theory of slippery slope where you draw the line. You draw the line somewhere. Right. But it's not going to stop there. There's no way it's going to stop.
But in my opinion, it doesn't have to. If it's not clear,
I know where you're going with this. You want to tax the obese.
As long as it's 5 pounds more than I weigh now.
You just like the idea of weigh-ins at work.
Yes, I do. Compulsory, weekly.
Boy.
Monday morning, get on the scale.
Would it be once a year? And it'd be like
every Monday morning.
It'd be like we're all getting married once a year. We go on these crash diets, and we're at the gym, and we're working out like crazy.
Cleansing with lemon juice and cayenne pepper.
Trying to get rid of that 20 pounds of spackle we've got in our colons.
Would you just laxative?
Then we all make the weigh-in and have this great big giant binge party.
Oh, yes. Yes. So anyway, what I was going to say is you frequently hear that argument that, well, what about this, that, and the other?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the...
That's exactly what I said, and with that hick voice.
No, that wasn't hick. I was belligerent anonymous guy.
Okay.
They cut my beard and forced me to eat it.
Yeah, that's Hick.
That's Hick, you idiot.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, speaking of voices, by the way, and yes, I will remember where I was when it comes time to return to the thread. The first 2 tracks of Fat British Guy Sings Holiday Classics have been completed at home. And we got to figure out what we're going to do with them. I've got a really good idea, I think, what to do with them. But we'll. I'm working on that, and it's coming along beautifully. Beautifully.
I can't wait.
By the way, Jingle Bells features a trombone solo.
Awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Yes. Cut yesterday. 1 take.
Shocking.
Wow, you're such a pro.
Oh, man. So anyway, you always say, well, smoking, okay, what about drinking? Obesity, blah, blah, blah. Just because the decision, do we take steps 3 or 4 or 4 but not 5, just because that's difficult doesn't mean step 1's not freaking obvious.
How come we haven't done it before?
I don't know.
What changed?
I think the number of people who smoke changed, for one thing.
No, it's gone way
the
down.
health,
Because
right.
it's gone down?
Exactly.
We're in the majority, those of us who don't smoke?
When 50% of America smoked, or whatever the highest number was.
In most states, we're the majority. I guess there's still the majority in every state, I suppose.
I think that's part of it. And part of it also is, I mean, when healthcare insurance was like $60 a month, who freaking cares? Smokers is 61, non-smokers is 59. Nobody would care. It wouldn't be worth the trouble. Wouldn't be worth the controversy. Now that your share of it's $420 a month or $350 or $580 or whatever it is, now it matters, I guess. So anyway, so smoking's obvious. Obesity, by the way, obesity, a decent case could be made. When you get down to drinking, well, wait a second, a glass of wine or two, we just found out a middle-aged woman will live longer and healthier, blah, blah, blah. So that one's really iffy. What about living an idle lifestyle? But step 1 to me is a no-brainer.
What about base jumping?
That's no good.
What about smoking while you base jump and having a drink?
Boy. Not surprisingly, just 12% of current smokers like the idea of higher health insurance rates for them.
How about base jumping while having unprotected sex?
You better, I tell you what, you're well, I'm not going to use that expression, but if you are a chump of one sort or another, you're just the man for that. Be hard to get her done, base jumping. Be hard to achieve a state of readiness and maintain it while plunging toward the earth. In October 2009, 50% of adults favored making government workers who smoke pay more for health insurance.
Something's wrong with insurance, though. You know it is. It's not a competitive business.
Right.
It's not the way other industries are, where there's competition. That's what the problem is. Yeah. Because it's not a situation where if they charge too much, another company's going to come in and swoop up their business with lower prices. That doesn't seem to be happening.
Yeah, and as I always say, it's not that there's too little government in health right now. It's that there's way, way, way too much. There is no competition.
If I thought there was any sense of market pressures that would work this out, I'd be fine with it, but I don't think there is.
By the way,
we see car insurance where it used to be, you had to get 3 DUIs and a reckless driving to get a high risk. Now, 1 speeding ticket, you're high risk for forever.
Right.
Because they can.
Well, yeah, the industry...
And that's more competitive than health insurance by far.
No, their lobbyist money was well spent. By the way, 30% of people thought overweight workers should pay higher health insurance premiums. That was a little older poll, 30%.
That would be the next one.
Definitely.
That would definitely be the next one that gets people's attention after smoking. Well, smoking's already happened, right?
Yes. Yes, it has. Men are more supportive of charging smokers more for health insurance than women are. Adults 30 to 64 like the idea of higher premiums better than the younger and older, which is interesting. I think youngsters don't know what they're talking about. And oldsters got 1 foot in the grave anyway. I kid. I think the oldsters just don't care anymore.
We ought to ask Marshall how much more you pay if you smoke. If he's willing to talk about it.
It was there on the form, I think. I don't remember.
I didn't read it because I don't smoke.
It's like having a token black guy around. We bring him in. How do black people feel about this?
Are you willing to talk about smoking, or would you rather not?
No, I don't mind at all.
How much more do you have to pay for health insurance if you're a smoker? Do you know?
I'm paying $25 a month more.
See, that's
25?
That's not enough to make
Chump
a person
change.
quit. Yeah, I mean, if I like smoking or doing anything and I got to pay an extra $25, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it started out at 15, and every year they bump it up. And I think when it hits $100, I think at that point,
I'll bet it'll be 50 next year.
I bet it will.
I'll bet you whatever the increase is that.
Yeah,
it's $50.
I bet it will too. But I don't mind paying it. It's just one of those other little nails that say, "Come on now, quit smoking. Come on, you can do it.
You can do it."
And what did you decide you spend a month?
Oh God, about $300 a month.
Holy crap!
$300 a month. Yeah, cuts into my other fun. Yeah, getting fueled by the grape. You can't get.
The grape
fueled.
ain't free.
No, it ain't.
It's not going to bottle itself. So, you tried like crazy last time
With the Centrex. Yeah, Centrex. Yeah, the pills.
Chantix?
Chantix, I'm sorry.
I think you're taking the wrong pill. I think you lowered your estrogen count, but it didn't do anything for your smoking.
and you've got constant
you're right.
erection.
Yeah, the Chantix. But the problem...
Chantix sounds like a stripper's name.
Well, that makes people commit suicide regularly, doesn't it?
No. You know what
Regular,
I think?
yeah.
You know what I-
Three-quarters of people who take it.
You know what I think it is? I think when you're quitting smoking, you just feel depressed and awful anyway. And they're saying, "Oh, the pills are making me freak out." And I don't think that's the case. My problem was I just was coughing so much. And even you guys were saying, "Oh, you're coughing an awful lot."
Yeah, the lung butter. I tell you what.
I'm glad I never got hooked, because from everybody tells me it's so hard to quit.
Yep.
We need to make a vow of non-harassment. Marshall tries to quit again. No matter how horrifying his lung butter becomes, no matter how gurgly, no matter how much he sounds like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed getting waterboarded,
No matter how edgy.
no kidding. Sabi, shut up! Don't do those!
So he's angry, he's yelling, there's lung butter flying out of his mouth.
Boy, you're going to have to wear a raincoat in here. No harassing.
We'll be supportive, no matter
I will
what.
take that vow as do I dare say a friend.
As
I will
will
take
I.
that vow.
All right.
I don't know what the bum outside's going to do if you ever stop smoking.
Oh my gosh. He's back again today.
The bum who smokes your cigarette. Is the thinker out there
The
right
thinker is, and he's pacing. He's on the move.
cigarette
I was
grounding
waiting
bum.
for you.
now? Have you ever seen the thinker do his thing?
No.
It's great.
He sits on the big butt thing, the ashtray, and takes the thinker pose.
Wow.
I think we
And
have
sits there for hours.
Wow.
I don't know what he's thinking about.
we have his picture up on our website. You should go check it out.
Great.
Go see the thinker one. That's the thinker in recline though. That's when he's grabbing a nap, right?
No, I think we have both. Nap and him in the thinking position.
Thinker in recline.
1-866-331-TALK. 1-866-331. No, what am I giving the phone number for? It's a website, ArmstrongandGettyRadio.com.
You're listening to the Armstrong and Getty Show.
This week, you held off a challenge from within your own party for your own leadership position. That bother you?
Nothing bothers me, Rachel. That's why I always have the same expression. But I want to assure my enemies that it will take more than one election to take me down. If you want to get rid of Nancy Pelosi, you better be ready to cut off my head and bury it separately from my body.
Nancy Pelosi, a woman who always looks like she's watching someone not use a coaster.
And that is very true. Couple of texts from the text line.
I like jokes.
On our last conversation, should people who rock climb or participate in full impact sports pay more, or extreme sports? Just an academic question. Don't make me eat my beard.
You come over here. You son of a bitch, I'll show you.
Also,
still.
Also, somebody said that it's left out of this conversation often that a good chunk of the taxes paid on cigarettes, I don't know if this is true or not, a good chunk of those taxes, in theory, were to offset the health care costs.
Yes.
That was the whole point of this.
To the government. To the government.
I'm confused.
Because of all the people who get their health care paid for by the government.
Okay.
If you
gotcha.
have private insurance.
So they don't get kicked in, okay.
No. But smokers are paying for, essentially, smokers without private insurance health care. And then they get hit again through their own insurance premium.
Wow. Somebody texted in that they're a county employee and they don't have to pay extra as a smoker.